This is Sims, and we are back with more Code Realize Guardian of Rebirth. And we're in Lupin's path, the full real thing this time. I mean, obviously, we've been in his path for the past God knows how many parts. But we're like really in his path now. Like, not the common shit. We're like really in the real deal, and it's exciting. Anyway, I slowly walk alone through a dense forest. I can't believe he didn't stop us. What an asshole. He's going to chase us down, but I mean, it's already been several days since I left St. Germain's mansion in London. I boarded a train, then took several carriage rides. Right now, I'm headed for my old mansion in Wales, where I'd lived previously. I haven't set foot in that place since I went to London. I thought about where I should go to investigate the mysteries of my origin. The first place to come to mind was the mansion where I remember waking up. I'm surprised nobody thought about that before, right? I take a look around the forest. This place doesn't exactly evoke many good memories. I think back to that day when the children came to explore my mansion. Back then, hearing the children's voices had been new and exciting to me. I wanted to talk to them and chased after them as they ran away through the woods. And then I arrived at a small village. And then, yeah, we've already heard this backstory, honey. I haven't been back to that village since. There's no way I could show my face to people there who hate and fear me, particularly Eddie. Because of what happened that day, I ended up killing Elaine, Eddie's mother. That's why, to be perfectly honest, I didn't even want to come back to this part of the world. But I need to get rid of this poison and find out why I was created. I had to come here in order to gather clues. That's what I tell myself. But a part of me questions why I even need to find out the reason for my creation. I saw all those failed versions of myself in that underground facility. That's what I am. A true monster. That's all there is to it. No matter what I find out here, it doesn't change the fact that I killed a woman or that I'm a monster. I stop in my tracks, then hastily shake my head to clear it of these thoughts. I didn't come here to feel sorry for myself over bad memories. I'll stop after I've figured out everything there is to know. I should hurry on to the mansion. I mutter to myself and start walking again. But Lupin's not with us? Why didn't he follow us yet? I continue to march through the forest and eventually the sun begins to set. Beyond the dense screen of the trees, I can see the mansion where I woke up. That place where I spent those 2 years acting and feeling like a hollow shell. The mansion hasn't changed at all since the night I was taken from it. I mean, of course, why? Why would it change? It's not like it's been decades. The plants around it are mostly the same. It feels like it's been years since the last time I saw this building. But I realize now that it's only been a few short months since I left. I don't miss it, but I feel hesitant to leave the sun-kissed world outside and set foot in that mansion. But still, I'm no longer the girl who used to live here, the girl who didn't know anything. I didn't come back here to spend the rest of my life alone. I push aside the memories of the past that bubble to the surface and enter the mansion. The sound of nocturnal wildlife drift in through the broken windows. The moonlight is cold, its light shining into this deserted building, accentuating the empty loneliness. After spending a while exploring the mansion, I realize that night has fallen. I take a walk through the hall and dining room. This used to be my home, and I'm familiar with everything here. Nothing strikes me as new or different. I guess all that's left is my room. I look slowly around the hall. Everywhere I've looked so far remains unchanged since the day I left. Aside from the footprints of the soldiers who broke in, there's no trace that anyone else has been inside. The damage and decay in the mansion seem very eerie to me now. It's something that I'd never given any thought to before. Even the quiet, which I'd been so used to, causes a ripple in my heart. My heart refuses to go back to the way it had been before. That's what it feels like. I never felt this lonely when I had been living by myself. Is it because I've been with Lupin and the others for so long? Meeting all of them has probably changed me. Those lively, fun days living with them, where they treated me not as a monster or a doll, but as a girl. They changed me. All the more reason why I can't go back there. They saw proof that I was a monster. They all got a direct look at those failed versions of me filling that laboratory. If that made everyone, if it made Lupin treat me as a monster, it would make me so incredibly sad and tear my heart to pieces. But he basically told you right in front of, like, now we're just being stupid. I get it's plot convenience here, but we're just being stupid because he was like, we don't care. She's our Spacey, and that's not going to change. And we're like, he's going to see me as a monster. He fucking told you direct to Finis's face that he didn't see you that way, girl. Jesus. God. Now he's going to have to come rescue us and be like, why in the world would you leave? Oh my God, you're ridiculous. I walk along somberly. Somberly. Awkward. Like, somberly. Thing, but somberly just doesn't sound as somber as the word would imply, i.e., because it's somberly. And realize that I've arrived in front of a particular room, the room where I spent the most time, a comforting place where I can remember Father best. But now it seems slightly frightening. And the cobweb on the door is extremely frightening. Like, I like how the door opens, but the cobweb's still there. You're a funny game. You crack me up. The inside of the room is exactly how I remember, just like the other rooms. The light from the skylight shines upon the chair, which is in the center of the room. And there's like cages hanging from the ceiling. That's fucking weird. Now it almost reminds me of a prison. I never thought I'd visit this room again. I painstakingly look through everything in the room, from the preserved animal specimens to dolls. Ew, gross. Preserved animal specimens. Ew. I was shut in this room for 2 years, and I know everything there is to know about it. But that gives me all the more reason to look carefully in all the places that I never really paid any mind to. I find a stuffed animal with a small hole in its fur. It's an oddity that I simply would have shrugged off without much interest a little while ago. Now, after all the espionage and thievery training I received from Lupin, I know. This is a keyhole that's been skillfully hidden. I found it. I remember the lock-picking methods that I'd learned from Lupin and pull out a pair of wires I'd prepared just in case. I do that. I just just prepare lock-picking equipment randomly in case I need it. Just saying. According to Lupin, locked containers that are concealed in this manner could be rigged to break what's inside, or even explode if tampered with. That means I can't recklessly use my poison to melt my way in. I take my time and work as carefully as I can. I don't know, I just look for a key maybe. I eventually hear it unlock, and a small panel in the animal's midsection opens. Good. There's an old sheet of paper inside. I can already tell from a quick glance. This is Father's handwriting. It's that same script as that letter from Father that I read over and over again. What does it say here? I want to know the truth, but at the same time, I want to turn away from it. As I'm torn between these two emotions, I hear the sound of glass shattering in the hallway. Quick, put it away! Could it be Twilight? It can't be. If the Twilight Intelligence Agency is after me, they would never draw attention to themselves by making such a loud noise. Also, Lupin wouldn't make such a loud noise, so I was like, oh! But she's like, as I'm about to read it, oh, Lupin walks in! And then she heard the glass breaking, and I'm like, well, wait a minute. It's almost like someone made that noise on purpose to announce their presence. Who could it be then? Who could it be now? I need to go check. It's Lupin, bitch, come on. I quietly go out into the hall and look around to see what's going on. I gasp when I see several figures standing outside. They're not Twilight, nor are they the British soldiers who took me away from this mansion either. This is actually worse than Twilight. How is it worse? Oh, it's villagers. Oh, I was like thinking it was the boys, and I'm like, how is that worse? Come out, monster! The harsh, mocking tone of his voice makes me cower. We know you've come back here. I begin trembling uncontrollably, remembering the past. My heart is dragged into the past by the haunting memories. I'll go in. Don't! Didn't a witch put a curse on this mansion? A curse? What are you talking about? Ridiculous. We were never able to come near this place because we were afraid of some curse. That's why things have come down to this. There are villagers outside surrounding the mansion with torches, of course. Of course, because you can't be an angry villager without a motherfucking torch. Pitchforks I hope they have too. I can see their faces by the light of the fires, twisted with hatred, carrying pitchforks. It's the same as before, when I made a mistake. Why? Why now? We know you're in there! Somebody saw you return to this mansion! Their angry shouts answer that question for me. The monster killed Elaine! You've cursed our village! I'm scared. Come out! The disease and the famine! Our village is done for! You're responsible for all this, aren't you? I'm scared. I'm scared. Where the fuck? Okay, she's been in this mansion for like years, okay? She finally went back. She's been in there for years. She's gone for a couple of months and they're like, hey, the past couple of months. Bitch! You guys suck. You are the dumbest fucking villagers ever. You know what? You deserve the disease and famine and you all deserve to be wiped out because you're all fucking idiots. Because she's been in that motherfucking mansion until the past few months. Until just right now. But a few months ago, you couldn't find her? Someone saw you coming back. She's been in there for fucking years! God, these people are stupid. This is Darwinism right there. That's why you're dying. It's because you're fucking idiots. Nothing else to do with it. You're just dumb. The memory of when I was trapped alongside Elaine surfaces in my mind. She told me that it's all right. She told me to keep living. But at what cost? What price must I pay to keep living? You know what? Ninja shit. Take your gloves off and burn those bitches. Take them down, motherfucker. Sick of motherfuckers like this. This is like when I just like snapped and Detroit Become Human, right? Like, we're trying to play this nice and we want to be nice to the human. You know what? Fuck the humans. It's all out war, bitches. I'm at that point in this game. You know what? Fuck these villagers. Take them out, Spacey. Burn their faces off. Melt their flesh. Anger management issues right here. Never mind. Anyone who's got a backbone, come with me. We'll kill that monster and save the village, like the priest said. Oh, that motherfucker needs to die. He's the problem. They're coming. The most aggressive and malicious of them are coming inside. I feel chills run down my spine. There's no telling what they'll do if I don't run. I'm going to kill someone again. Yeah, well, they deserve it. My arm! My arm! It should have been you who died instead of Mama! The embodiment of evil. Voices. I'm drowning. You will lead the people from God's cradle. I'm drowning in voices. We can't read all the things. Terror propels me to start running. There it is! It's the monster! I hear the mansion doors being forced open. My mind has gone blank and my ability to think rationally has been obliterated. I need to run. Run! The desire to flee overtakes me and I dive out through an open ground floor window. Right into a villager's arm. Luckily, the villagers are all focused on the doors that have been opened. Now's my chance to get away. I'm about to run past them all as I think this when... Ah! Ah! Perhaps I've been moving recklessly, completely forgetting everything Lupin had taught me about running. I mean, come on, girl. I trip on a rock hidden in the grass and clumsily fall to the ground. Ow! I hastily scramble to my feet, but one of my gloves gets caught on a bramble and is ripped off. Of fucking course it is. I don't even have the time to pick it back up. Oi, there it is! The monster's trying to get away! It's running. It's afraid. Is it afraid of us? Yeah, after it! It'll come back again if we let it get away this time! They've seen me. I don't know why I'm giving them the dumbest voices ever, but it's probably because they're dumbasses. They're coming after me. I panic, losing myself to fear. I just have to get away from here. I start running again, fueled by my fear. How is this a Lupin? I mean, come on. Where the fuck is Lupin? Hello, we are on his path, bitch. Your problems. 99 problems, and Lupin is like all of them because he ain't here. That's my thing. Come on. Shh. Enough of you. Need Lupin. But it's his path, and he's just not here. He didn't even try to stop us. He just let us leave the mansion, and now he's letting this happen. I mean, good lord. Some boyfriend. I continue running through the forest, not caring what direction I go. My breathing is uneven, and I trip and nearly fall countless times. And you're leaving a path because you didn't get your damn glove. Because of course it got ripped off. Convenient. I look behind me to see the torches of the villagers flickering from beyond the trees. Each flame is a symbol of their animosity and hatred towards me. Why do they need to chase me? Is it because I'm an artificial monster? Is that why everyone condemns me? I mean, this isn't helping us, accept Lupin's love, but the words repeat endlessly in my mind, tormenting me, and I come to a stop. I realize that I can see torchlight up ahead as well. They're to the left and the right, even behind me. I gasp, suddenly aware that I'm completely surrounded by the subtle glow of their torches. What should I do? Lupin has taught me a variety of ways to get through situations like this, but I can't remember any of them. I'm dizzy. I can no longer remain standing. I stagger over to a tree and lean against it, and can do nothing more than tremble until the villagers are in front of me. Oh, we're gonna die. And we didn't even get a choice. The end! So Lupin's path was just us dying? Well, that seems just like a cop-out. I feel like I've been cock-blocked again. And then Lupin? As they approach, the torches gradually brighten the area around me. Come on, where? Here it is, over here! I look towards the sound of oncoming footsteps with a vacant expression. Look! The grass is dying where it is! I knew it! It's a monster! Don't let its appearance deceive you! Hands holding torches. People armed with hoes, spades, and pitchforks. Of fucking course. Oh, game, I love you so much. They were like angry villagers. They should have torches. And later, when we go talking about their hoes and pitchforks, throwing pitchfork. Right, yeah. I love you, game, so much just because you got the angry villagers trope down pat. I'm so fucking proud right now. This is great. Eyes clouded with anger. It's all the same as before. Nothing has changed. Yeah, but they have pitchforks now, so they're serious is all I'm saying. Help me. Somebody. Silence, please, everyone. A man emerges from the crowd, seeming to represent the villagers. Oh, this dick weasel. Filthy creature. Wasn't Elaine's sacrifice enough for you? Have you returned for more? No, I try to defend myself, but the words halt in my mouth. It's all true. Elaine sacrificed her life for my sake. It was me and nobody else who killed her. Look! The foliage it has touched has withered and died. This is proof of its accursed nature. Because we allowed it to escape last time, this monster has robbed us of the Lord's bounty. Oh, for fuck's sake. Jesus, where's our other Jesus lover? Can he get stabby with these bitches? Because I'm getting tired of all of you people. You just, all the religious people want to kill us. This is just not cool, okay? I'm just telling you. It's just not cool. Come now. We must kill it immediately and send it back to hell. Me, Spacey, is sitting here in this Spacey like, you know what, fine, because I'm sick of you people. I'm sick of this bullshit. Whatever. You know what? It's not going to stop. Your famine and your shit is not, and you going straight to hell. So I'll be there with my own fucking pitchfork when you get there, bitch. I'm going to meet you there. At the door. Pitchfork right in your fucking face. Yeah. Screw you, villagers. You suck. This will allow us to receive the generosity of the Lord once again. Yeah, no, you're going to get 3 times worse than you got it. I'm just saying. Kill it! Kill it with fire! Kill it! Kill it, kill it! A thrown stone hits me on the side of my head, and blood drips from the wound. As my blood touches the ground, wisps of smoke begin to rise. Its blood is burning the ground! Stop. Will we be able to handle a monster like this? Stop it, please. Please, stop. Have no fear. This is a test from God. Oh, I rolled my eyes so hard, one of them fell out. Hold on, I gotta go get it. Oh, is this Lupin? Shut your mouth already. I can't listen to this anymore. Suddenly, the priest's words are cut off, and I hear sound of the man being slammed to the ground. In the next instant, it has to be Lupin. That's why we read it in his voice. Ah! Lupin CG. Oh. Oh, it's right. That's my face. Oh, I know we can't see his eyeballs, but he's still beautiful. Look at the cape billowed out behind him. Ah, I see a face lit up by the moonlight. Ah! The figure wears a silk hat and a tuxedo, looking completely out of place amongst the villagers, but fine as fuck. With a flip of his cloak, he pulls me into his arms. I love this so much. I want to take my time with this because he is just beautiful. This is just... You're... Who are you? What are you going to do with that monster? If you can't tell what I'm going to do, your vision must be terrible. I'm just a lowly thief who stepped in to save a helpless lady from some foolish ruffians. I'm safe with him. He grips my shoulder tightly to reassure me as I tremble. I'm sorry, I can't read because my face hurts from smiling so much. It's about fucking time! This beautiful gem is too valuable for you atrocious people. Ah! Oh, sweet fucking Jesus. We already know he's beautiful, but that reveal is just, oh, God. I just want to stroke his pretty face. I can't help it. Gentleman thief Arsène Lupin shall take this beautiful lady in tears for himself. Ahem. In tears for himself. I couldn't read that whole sentence in his voice. I got a little breathy. Lupin. Sorry I'm late, Spacey. Don't worry. You don't have to be afraid anymore. Oh, trust me, I'm not in a puddle. It's not because of fear. You didn't have to. I grab him tightly. Oh, look at her blood on her head. Oh. I don't want to cause him any more trouble. I don't want him, of all people, to think of me as a monster. That's why I came here on my own. This is goddamn fucking gorgeous. I can't help it. I can't stop staring at his fucking face. His CGs are going to be the motherfucking best. You know it. But I'm so happy that he's come for me that I'm nearly moved to tears. You know, happy ones. Emotions that I can't describe race through me one after another without end. There's a lot I'd like to ask you. Like why you took off on your own. But we'll get to all that later. Just let me say one thing right now. Lupin smiles kindly, then embraces me a little bit tighter. I'm glad you're all right. Oh, fuck, I missed that. Can we just keep that forever? Oh, God. Huh? He's on the side of the monster. Kill them both. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I've had enough of you calling her a monster. That's incredibly rude. If you're so eager to see monsters, why don't you all go home and take a good hard look in the mirror? Oh, fucking Lupin. Snap. Oh, snap. No, he didn't. The name monster is much more fitting for your ugly, hateful mugs. I love him so much. I love him so hard right now. What did you say? Lupin removes his gentlemanly mask and glares at the villagers with an exaggerated flourish of his cape. Well, he wasn't wearing a mask in the CG, which I'm glad for, because we got to see his beautiful face, but... Whoops. He glares at the priest, who still has one hand over his face where Lupin had punched him and is quivering with rage. I generally detest having to resort to violence. It's a barbaric tactic that isn't very befitting of a gentleman. However, if you say that to her one more time, I'll kill you. Oh! Oh! I'll kill you. Oh, Lupin. Oh! I gotta clutch my pearls and I need a fainting couch. Shit. Arrgh. The priest backs up a few steps, intimidated by Lupin's glare. I mean, he's intimidated, but I'm turned on. Like, I'll kill you. Oh, Lupin. Ah! I don't think I can handle this path already. Like, he just showed up. He just motherfucking showed up like 20 minutes into this path, and I'm already, like, falling down. Lupin turns away from the man and focuses on the rest of the villagers. Now, I'm only going to say this once, so listen closely. The famine and the misfortune that plagues your village is all your own fault. Calling a girl a monster, throwing rocks at her and accusing her of this. It's all because you blame a monster for your troubles and haven't done anything to fix them. Oh, girl, get nasty. It's all coming right back around to you. The villagers are taken aback by his fury. I am just... Ah! I love it. Because he normally gets snappy, but he is like, I'll fucking cut you, bitch. Woo! Lupin's angriness is sexy as fuck. It's like when Elaine had protected me. Yeah, but this is sexier. She was like, you stop. She's a nice girl. And he's like, I'll fucking kill you. I just really like that whole line. I'm sorry. I'm never going to be able to live that. I'm just going to... I'll kill you. Oh, okay. Wow. Spacey can't whistle. I wish I could, because damn. Lupin is defending me not as a monster, but as a person. But the priest said... So you just blindly obey him? That's not faith, that's superstition. Open your eyes, stop listening to some madman with a fancy collar and start using your own brains. If you don't do that, your village is done for. I am Huffy and flipping his cape around. God, I love Huffy Lupin, Jesus. The villagers become flustered. Their faces, which had been so clouded with anger, are now beginning to fill with confusion. You! How dare you attempt to sway them with such foul lies? This man is the devil himself, controlling the monster. Kill him! Kill them both now! Well, if he's the devil, take my ass to hell, because he fine as fuck. What? I did warn you. What happens from this point is your own fault. Lupin looks coldly at the villagers. Oh my god, is he gonna get stabby? Oh, he's gonna get murdery. Oh! God, Lupin. Oh, but look! The fighty Lupin in this suit. Oh, guys, I can't handle this. I don't think we're going to make an hour for this part. Spacey's got the vapors. I needed this in my life. I really did. I'm so glad we're here. I'm so glad. Oh, dear Lord. And the next moment... Oh, smoke bomb. Lupin throws something on the ground. It explodes into a thick cloud of smoke, bringing visibility down to 0. Oh, hi, precious. Be good and hold still, all right? Uh-huh. Lupin whispers to me, then jumps high into the air, still holding me. What is it? Is it magic? Unfortunately not. There's a trick to this whole thing. I can see it all from my perspective. He used wires that he'd wrapped around the tree branches and simply pulled himself up as he jumped. Shh, don't ruin the magic. Illusions, Michael. But from down on the ground, it probably does look like he leapt impossibly high. Oh, sweet you, I just want to stare at his face for a minute. Can we just stop here for about 10 minutes? Just stare into those fucking gold eyes. Spacey needed this path so damn bad. I guess we should just keep going. Keep going? Above the trees? Why not? Don't you know who I am? I'm Arsène Lupin, the greatest thief in the world. Oh god, your cockiness is just... I can't handle it. It's so good. Lupin grins, then jumps from branch to branch, still cradling me in his arms. Ah! The torches of animosity and hate that had surrounded me are left far behind, and eventually disappear from sight. The gentleman thief dashes through the forest at a speed no one can match, never to be captured. Thank you, Lupin. All I can do is grab tightly to the arm of the thief who is taking me far, far away. I know! He's a thief who stole our heart! Like, literally from the minute he kidnapped us and we saw him, it was like, oh, hi, you're beautiful. But, yeah, this is good. I'm glad this is the last path because he is still Van Helsing. But now, all of a sudden, Van Helsing's gonna... He's tied. He's gonna have to battle for his #1 spot because Lupin's already, like... impressive. I can hear the faint sound of insects. A while after the escape, we arrive at a grassy field with a great, clear view of the stars. Are we safe now? God, he's so pretty. It hurts my soul. It hurts me. It hurts. Spacey can't handle the love. They were just ordinary folk. There's no way they'll find us this far out. There's camping gear set up at the spot we've stopped to rest at. It looks like Lupin intended to run here from the start. I'm sorry. He's so confused. Look at his big eyes and his little pouty mouth. He's so fucking sweet. What is wrong with me? What has this game done to me? Like, this is just, oh, look at your precious baby. Oh, don't look at me so sad like that. He's like, he's looking at us like, why are you sorry, my precious? I'm sure I was heavy to carry all this way. That's nothing. And you're not heavy at all. A little too light, actually. Oh my god. I'm sorry. Lupin just made a mockery of every fucking real man in existence. Like, I'm sorry, I think you're a little too skinny. You should probably eat a cheeseburger. And not in the, like, anorexic bitch kind of way. Like, he not being mean. He's like, oh, no, darling, you're so light. You're so on the thin side. We should order snacks tonight. Meanwhile, you know, Spacey just rolls into the room because she can't walk around. I'm just kidding. I literally lost my balance on my bouncy ball. Oh, God, that is really not what I was going for. Oh, I was laughing too much at myself. It's just like, I can't. This game. Oh, my God, this game. It gets to me so much. More importantly, he continues, looking at me with a serious expression. More importantly, how's your head? Did they do anything else to you? It's fine. You saved me before they could do any worse. I was concerned about the head wound from that stone that had been thrown at me, but the bleeding's already stopped. I bear the pain as I quickly wipe the blood from my forehead. It's probably completely healed by now. I nod and Lupin smiles in relief and hands me my glove. I picked this up on the way, so I'm returning it to you. This is important, isn't it? Yes, thank you, but how did you know I was going to be there? I know everything about you. That might be a bit of an exaggeration. After that incident, you left us on your own. I had some ideas. Oh, yeah, after that incident, you left us on your own. I had some ideas about how you'd act. Then we all just went around to the places we thought you might go to. So, you came after me? All the way out here? Yes, because he loves us. Jesus, Spacey. I can't speak right when I feel both happy and sorry at the same time. I fall silent and Lupin looks at me with a kind face. Ah! He's so close. He's so close you could kiss him except for you'd melt his face. Ew, it's so hard. Don't do it, Spacey. Don't do it. You want to, but don't do it. What is it? You look like you have something to say. After a moment's hesitation, I open my mouth to speak. Lupin, I really appreciate that you rescued me earlier. And I'm sorry to say this after you've come all this way, but you can't get involved with me anymore. I know full well that I'm being selfish, but I came out here alone so that I could distance myself from Lupin and the rest of them. I look away and mutter, then Lupin quietly asks me a question. You don't want me involved. Why is that? Because we're supposed to actually say nothing, but I'm going to save it. We're going to say Twilight's after me, and then we're going to go back and do what we're supposed to say, because this is what we do. Okay. All right. Ready? I love it. I try to think of the right words to say and tell him little by little. Even though Phineas is dead, Twilight isn't completely gone. There's bound to be someone else following in Phineas's footsteps, and they'll continue to come after me. I don't want to put you all in danger anymore. For my own sake, please just leave me alone. I wonder if he noticed the way I glanced away, just for an instant. He looks so sad and forlorn in his pretty, pretty eyes. It's not true. I know full well that this isn't the reason why I distanced myself from him. But I remain silent, hoping he doesn't catch on to my true feelings. Then Lupin sighs loudly. Hey, Spacey. I scare you, don't I? That was out of nowhere. What? No, Oh, no, don't worry. Calm down. That was a mean way to say it. You're not afraid of me, per se. You're afraid that I might think of you as a monster. Am I wrong? I'm a thief. It's my job to keep a close watch on a person's mind in order to steal from them. Lies and silences don't work on me. Especially so when it comes to you. Lupin easily sees through me and slowly reveals my thoughts. Unable to answer him, I look down at the ground. There are those who are monsters. That's a fact. But you don't look like one to me. The person I see in front of me is just a girl. Just a girl who wants to touch someone so badly, but she doesn't want to hurt anyone or be hurt, so she hides in loneliness. He's so wise and beautiful. He gently places his hand over mine. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm shocked, but only for a moment. The warmth I feel through the fabric of my glove almost brings me to tears. Hey, why do you think of yourself as a monster? It's because of the poison. So what if you have poison? That's just one of your unique traits. It's no big deal. Not being able to enjoy even a little kiss is troublesome. But I swore to you that I'd fix that, remember? Oh, he already wants to kiss us. But even if I didn't have the poison, my life was man-made, so what are you talking about? My life was made by somebody else, too. I guess you could say that, but... like he's like, hello, 2 people made my life, so I've one up you. Lupin sighs deeply, then looks up at the sky. There's no point in lying, so I'm going to tell you the truth. When I first read the information I stole from Twilight about you, I did consider you a monster. Someone who was poison that could melt anything? I was definitely a little surprised. Lupin's words almost make me look away again. Hey, this is important. Look at me. But Lupin doesn't let me turn aside and stares straight at me. But that night, from the very first moment I saw you, not the you I'd come to know from the documents, but the real you, I've never once thought of you as a monster. Really? Yes. I won't deny that your circumstances and connection to Isaac were my reasons for stealing you away. But listen, the reason why I felt that I had to steal you away at any cost. Lupin firmly grips my hands. He's treating me almost like a princess. He calls you a princess, I mean seriously. It's because you're you. Because you turned your beautiful, sad eyes on me. Oh, I'm gonna melt. Spacey's gonna fall over. That's why I decided to steal you away the rare and amazing. I decided to steal away the rare and amazing jewel that is you. I see the moon reflected in Lupin's eyes as he stares directly into mine. This is so romancy fucking already, and it's just the first chapter. The golden, shimmering moon is so beautiful that it makes me want to cry. Every time you smile, it makes me so glad that I decided to take you away. The beauty in your smile transcends labels like monster or human. Just like I'm me, you're you. Never forget that. I'm me. I quietly repeat it to myself. There's no good stopping point to go back. Because there's usually like a good stopping point. The words find a place in my heart like magic. That's right. That's the only truth that matters to me. And the only one that should matter to you. Okay, this is a good place to go back. Okay, hold on. Let's go back to our load. Okay. Let's go back to where we were supposed to be. Because there's no way I can tell him. The reason I came all the way here to get away from them is not out of some honorable reason, like trying to keep them safe. It's just me being scared and selfish. Because I can't truly trust them all. It's a very selfish, ugly feeling. That's why I can't tell him. Even though I'm so happy I could cry. The more kindness Lupin shows me, the more I want to distance myself from him, afraid of betrayal. I can't tell you. I say nothing more and Lupin sighs loudly. Okay, so now we're right back here like... Anyway, okay. Nope, I'm trying to... Wait. Okay. Okay. I was worried when he said, you can't be silent. Like, he said something about silence, and I was like, I wonder if we would come back. But I don't want to miss anything. I mean, we're usually good at figuring out right where it's coming to. Like, oh, this is where we're gonna go. But this one didn't have like a pause. Like, there's usually like a little bit, and then there's like a, and then you go back, and it's like just slightly different. This one didn't have as much of one. This had a lot of dialogue in there. But anyway, suddenly I hear footsteps. Have the villagers found us? Oh no, it's our other boys. I hastily get up, preparing myself for what's to come. But Lupin barely bats an eyelash. We have ourselves a little tracker. I look at our tracker in shock. A little girl holding a thick book stands before us. It's Eddie! Oh, I know this little girl. We used to live together, and we're very good friends. And I took her mother away from her. You monster! It should have been you who died instead of Mama! Those words are still scarred deep into my heart. Eddie, oh, this chapter is titled Forgiveness for the Past. Oh, does Eddie like forgive? Oh. So you made it out safe. She mutters as she looks at me. I still can't forgive you, but I don't think it's right for you to be killed by everyone like that. What? The book Mama left me, there's a lot about you written in it. She said you must have been so lonely. I had Mama, and Mama had me, but you didn't have anyone. There's so much in here about you, not a single bad thing. It doesn't say anywhere that you're a monster. I still don't know about you, but I want to believe Mama. She stares at me and her small lips tremble, not knowing what to say next. Then she looks down and looks back up, meeting my eyes directly. That's why you're not a monster. The words pour out of Eddie as she hugs the book tightly. That's all. Thank you for the book. Eddie... She says nothing more and runs off. I watch her back as she gets further and further away. My lips quiver. My eyes burn. My heart is so full that I don't know what to say. Something that has been frozen in my heart for so long feels like it melted. Just a bit. See, there's someone who sees you for who you are. Someone else? Yes. Lupin's words set off something in me, and the tears finally begin to flow. As the tears fall, a slew of terrible, sad memories surface in my mind. Elaine's smile, Eddie's smile, and the fact that I destroyed those things. Memories, both happy and sad, keep rushing through me, and I can't make them go away. I killed the one person who protected me. I took away the mother that Eddie loved. There's no way I could be forgiven for this. That's how I felt back then, and how I still feel today. And yet, what Eddie said undoubtedly saved me. Undoubtedly saved me. I'm happy for you. Yeah. My voice is hoarse. I can't hold it in any longer. I sit down in place and begin to bawl like a child. Lupin stands silently by my side, watching over me until the tears subside. The proper thing to do would be to hold us while we cry. But, Later, after making sure that we're still not being followed, Lupin starts a small fire. I watch the leaves and branches and the warm flames while I sit beside Lupin. I calm down a bit and start to feel embarrassed at having caused a scene. But he doesn't say anything about the subject. Feeling better? Yeah. While we eat a simple meal of jerky and bread, Lupin tells me all about what has been going on. When they found out I was missing, everyone at St. Germain's mansion apparently went crazy. Impey's first reaction to my disappearance was, "She's been moved by love! Probably love for me!" Nobody took him seriously. Victor and St. Germain spent sleepless nights running around looking into where I might have gone. Van Helsing seemed to remain strong at first glance, but sometimes he would hold his newspaper upside down at breakfast. Oh! Oh! Our poor babies, especially Van Helsing. I feel like Lupin's path, I know he's our romancy, but I almost feel like in all these paths, they're all our boyfriends. That, like, all 5 of them love us to death. You know? Especially Van Helsing holding his newspaper upside down. Oh, he's so distraught. Oh my god, it's like practically like that is Van Helsing's version of sitting in a corner and fucking crying hysterically. That is literally like he is having a breakdown. Oh my god, that poor man. I owe you all a proper apology after all the trouble I've caused you. That sounds good. Everyone really was worried. They may be a bunch of weirdos, but not a single one thinks of you as a monster. They all see you as you. They all may be all a bunch of weird. They may be a bunch of weirdos. I'm totally normal. No, you're a little fucking weird too, but we still love you. Actually, Victor's the only normie. Just saying. I'm counting myself in that, of course. So don't be afraid anymore. All right. I quietly nod, sipping on a warm coffee that he hands me. Listening to Lupin's words as I stare into the fire, I feel that he's just as gentle and warm as the cozy fire. Don't try to figure everything out on your own. You have me. You have us. Yes, I'm sorry. I begin speaking, little by little. I tell him about my past, which I'd only shared with Saint Germain, and the things I thought about while I was alone. Lupin listens intently as I try to put everything in the right words. When I finish talking, he simply says, "You've gone through a great deal," and doesn't pry any deeper. It feels like he's accepted me and all of my past. This makes me very happy. What about yours? Oh, that's none of your business. Not yet. We don't get into that until at least chapter 11 or 12. You've got a couple more hours to go. Days in game sense, but... Oh, that's right. This. I think it belonged to Father. I found it hidden in the mansion where I used to live. I retrieve the note I found and show it to him. Huh. I suppose you got something out of this after all. The skills that you taught me have come in really handy. You've done me proud. And have you read it yet? No, the villagers surrounded the mansion before I could look at it, and I was a little afraid to look at it alone. Do you want to read it together? I hesitate for a moment, then nod. I feel like I'd been able to accept whatever truth this note might contain. Oh, I'd be able to, with Lupin by my side. Lupin slowly opens the letter so we can read it by the light of the fire, and it catches flame and oh no! The first few lines are illegible letters, and after that, there's a string of strange formula. I wonder what this means. I don't think I'll be able to decode this. This is more Victor's thing, What is it, Lupin? This part looks like code. It looks like it was randomly placed, but there's a sort of pattern to it. Can you decode it? Hold on. This substitutes the alphabet with symbols of the elements. After thinking for a while, God, he's fucking genius. I'd be like, gibberish. For a while, with his brows furrowed, Lupin opens his mouth slightly. What's written here is about an organization called Idea. Idea? An organization that has been guiding history since ancient times. It seems like Isaac had been taking some considerable cautions against them. He was looking into them very deeply. What else does it say? Is it all code? And shouldn't we be like, didn't Saint Germain mention Idea being part of that organization to Finis, and should be motherfucking worried? Yeah, we should, because he's stabby. Also, should we be concerned now that we're gonna have to, like, murder Saint Germain in this route, and he's not gonna be just like in every other one where he's like, oh, good and fine and dandy, and then he, like, quote unquote disappears? Which is sad, but now we know they probably stab him. They probably kill him. Whatever. What else does it say? Is it all code? I think I already read that, but... I notice that Lupin's hand stops when I ask him this. This part is addressed to you. I'm going to read it, all right? To me? So that means Father wrote this knowing that I would eventually find it, right? Lupin begins reading slowly. Spacey, my beloved daughter. This was really fucking weird in his voice, but... If you're reading this, it must mean that my plan is about to fail. It almost feels as if I'm listening to Father himself. Father's voice, as he had spoken to me while I lay sleeping, comes back to me, along with these words. I loved God. I believed in him, and I wanted to reveal the truths of the world in his name. However, God did not love me. God betrayed the world and its people, and continues to betray me. That is why I'm going to wage war against him. You and I will lead humanity into forbidden territory. We will touch that which was previously allowed only to him. That is my goal. You are my precious princess. It all begins with you. I gasped sharply. I've heard those words somewhere before. When I was still deep asleep in that room, Father had said them to me. It is only fitting that I make my plans in a place where prayers are offered to God. St. Paul's Cathedral. I've begun preparations beneath it that will allow us to rebel against God. Is that kind of where we went with Victor, though? The tree? Soon you will have many questions and doubts about your own circumstances. All the answers to your questions and eternal peace await you beneath the cathedral. That just sounds shady, and I don't believe you. Let us walk together into a new future. Code, realize. Oh! Oh, now we understand why oh! Now we understand. What? Oh, snap game! Because I was always like, why is the game called Code Realize? Like, I just never, I was like, okay, whatever, I don't get it. You know, usually the titles kind of make sort of some kind of sense. Now we know. Snap! We just had to go through the whole fucking thing before we figured it out. Damn. Oh, game. You shock me at every turn. When I hear those words, a shock runs through my body. This plan that all this is talking about. Code Realize. I know of it. I do too. I've heard the words before. Me too, every time we start an episode. While lying in bed, or perhaps from within a liquid-filled glass tube. Lupin continues to stare at the letter for some time after that, then closes it, as if giving up. He lets out a small sigh, then looks over at me. Hey, are you alright? You look pretty pale right now. No. Code Realize. I've heard that phrase before. Yes, they're very important words to me. I see. Well, that's a coincidence. The international terrorist plot that I've been chasing is called Code Realize as well. Terrorist plot? I widened my eyes at Lupin's revelation. That's the tree thing underneath, and he was gonna, like, blow up the world. I was like, maybe this is Father, and we go down there, and it'll turn us into a real girl instead of, like, a puppet. You know, like, it's a Pinocchio situation going on here. But I guess not now. I was really just hoping that it wasn't gonna, like, you know, yay, we're a bomb! Because, yay, we know from Victor's path, but anyway. It would seem we've unexpectedly stumbled upon a clue. Do you remember anything else? I think for a while, then shake my head. I'm sorry, I don't know. I've definitely heard that name before, but the mystery only gets deeper. Lupin scratches his head, then exhales. But this is a big clue. Let's leave for London first thing tomorrow. If what this note says is true, we can get closer to Isaac's schemes. We should be able to find out how to cure your poison. What's the matter? Are you feeling all right? Yes, it's nothing. I'm fine. I couldn't tell him that I have a bad feeling about this, and hastily shake my head. This is definitely a huge break in my investigation. The answer to all our questions lies under the cathedral. But it's very strange. I can't bring myself to be happy about it. For some reason, I get the feeling that there's something there that would be better left unsolved. I feel strangely stifled by a tightening in the depths of my heart. the good path is Lupin dies, the bad path is Lupin die as we die, and like no! I mean, we know the normal path, Lupin's probably gonna motherfucking die. Because only in Victor's normal path have we died. And all the other ones, they've died. Right? Because in Van Helsing's path, he died. In Impey's path, normal path, he disappeared. Or that bastard left us and didn't actually die. But dick move, Impey. Probably fucking died. So yeah, so either we're gonna die in Lupin's normal path, but I'm assuming he's gonna die. So only in Victor's are we the one that died. Anyway, that night, somewhere unknown, under the cathedral, a new Finis just was built. Good. That should do it. Finis rises slowly, having woken from his slumber of death. He opens and closes his hands, paying attention to the sensation. So either his body can be reborn, or it's like clones of him. You know, like how we have homunculi, there's like 665 of us that didn't work out. He can either just reclone himself, like, or he can actually be reborn. But here's the thing. I could understand if, like this, oh, he got stabbed, whatever. But when Van Helsing blew his head off, how the fuck did he manage to come back from that? That's what I'm curious about. Anyway. Finis smiles, looking up at the device standing in the center of the room. Rebirth. Guardian of Rebirth. Right there. Then he slowly begins to walk. Oops! He's not very steady on his feet to begin with, and he falls over a few times. But this is how it always goes. This body will be functioning properly by the time he gets there. He already knows where he's going. There's one place he always goes to first when he wakes from death. He tenaciously walks along a subterranean path, taking a long time doing so. It gradually comes into view. He's atop the exterior wall that surrounds London. He can look down on all of the city from here. Finis always liked the view of London from this vantage point. His father, Isaac, is the one who created this cityscape. There is no other place where he can feel his father's achievements as clearly. Father, may I tell you something? Finis speaks out to the empty sky with some affection. Sister is taking longer than expected to show understanding for our plan. I did not think that my own sister would be this foolish. Yes, but of course I will get a hold of her. I am an obedient son. But I hope you'll forgive a few changes to the original plan, Father. The wind picks up, making Finis's clothing and hair flutter in the air. It's unclear what he hears in the wind, but Finis smiles slightly. Thank you, Father. He stares intently down at London, then slowly shuts his eyes. Now, let us begin the creation of a new world. The moment Finis whispers this, the sound of multiple explosions can be heard from the city below. The explosions continue without any sign of stopping in several parts of London. Damn! Even the exterior wall Finis is standing on shakes from the force. Watch me, Father! I will see this through, no matter what! Ooh, you a crazy bitch. Yes! Man, we're jumping into this chapter motherfucking fast. I mean, this thing, like, anyway. I was really excited because when that scene was ending, I was like, ooh, I hope this is going to open up on chapter 10 because we are perfectly at time. Because I was going to kind of end it there anyway, but bam, motherfucker. Yay! I mean, I can't say that we're going to do that because we know the later chapters get longer. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this part up here. I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.